Hey everybody. So, just recently I was asked which technical indicators should I use? And the answer is kind of simple. Um, you should just test out a few and find one that you kind of find interesting and that you think's worth learning, and then stick to it. Because the longer that you stick to a indicator, the more familiar that you'll get with it. So for example, I've been using the RSI since I've been trading. I think like for 10 years now, and I love it as an indicator. And there's a lot of things that do the exact same thing in just different ways. Um, like I believe that the MACD and quite a few other indicators are indications of overbought and oversold. I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that, but I know there's a lot of different overbought and oversold indicators that are out there. So it's really just about which one you want, and it's also about not being, not having too many. Um, what's it called? Not having too many indicators as well. Like you don't want to have 100 indicators. I mean, some people do, but I think that's ridiculous. So for me, I just have um, I have the RSI, and then I have the DMI. Um, and then often or sometimes I'll check out the John Carter setup, um, which I have set up in here. Studies. See right here, John Carter. And this setup is just Keltner channel, which is basically I believe it's the average true range, like the average price increase, and then you have the Bollinger Bands, right, in blue. Um, so basically the John Carter setup is when the Bollinger Bands go inside the Keltner channels. It's when volatility is constricting, and it's a time that you can take a position. There's a high probability of it continuing in the same direction. That's the John Carter squeeze, right? And you got the momentum oscillator, right, which is kind of similar to RSI, I'd say, just because it's like momentum based. It's how much momentum is there. And then you have that the TTM squeeze down here, and it starts when it starts squeezing from a downtrend. But let's see. This is somebody I know that has. These are the indicators that they use: the TTM squeeze, the DMI, the CCI. Can't even think of what that is. And the RSI. This one, I think this is too busy for me personally, but some people trade like that. It's all a matter of preference. Like if you look at studies, like look how many there are. There's the Arun indicator, the Awesome Oscillator, CCI. You got the DMI, DMA. I don't even know what half of these are. Probably even more. Darvis Box, I didn't know that was a thing. That's actually really cool. Oh yeah, that is cool. Kind of makes its own Darvis boxes. Um, okay, so displacer, Elliott oscillator, Elliott bands and stuff like that. That's very popular. Um, Linear regression. That's like based on a mathematical model. You have the MACD. MACD is very popular, right? RSI, obviously, that's like one of the most popular in my opinion. You have the stochastics slow, stochastics fast. VWAP. VWAP's very popular as well. Um, so, so yeah, there's just a lot of different types of indicators that you can use, and none of them are right or wrong. There's no best type of setup. It's really just based on what you want and what is familiar to you. There's no best indicator out there. It's really just about finding which indicator you want to use. So if I look up best indicators for stock trading on Google, right? Supports and resistances, that's just like charting and finding them yourself. Moving averages, my favorite, obviously. EMAs, the MACD is one of the most popular. It's a momentum type indicator. So that's one of the most popular. The MACD, the RSI, Bollinger Bands, of course. Those are based on statistics. Those are kind of interesting. Like one way to use the Bollinger Bands is kind of like to get in when it's in the middle, if it's an uptrend, right? So you get in when it's like at the middle line, and then maybe you sell when it's pushing the upper line. On balance volume's another one that's pretty popular, and I don't know what that is. I have no idea. Fibonacci retracements, of course, those are great. But yeah, you can use any indicators.